Hello everyone, welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're taking a look at the Lesnia Strip Mine tax deck in Thomas format. So this is going to be a little bit of a tax style deck, which is also a little bit stompy because we are going to be working with 4 copies of Ancient Tomb in this deck. So we want to cheat out our 3 drops in the deck, such as the Anointed Peacekeeper and Archon of Emeria, which are both really good creatures to cheat out on turn 1 or 2. Another card that's really good to cheat out on turn 2 is also Weasel's Own Guard, which I took a look at in yesterday's video. And not only are we taxing our opponent with things like Anointed Peacekeeper and Archon of Emeria, we're also kind of taxing opponents' lands with Weasel's Own Guard using our strip mines, which is also pretty cool. And because our deck is now playing Ancient Tomb, we're going to be doubling down on I Still Explore compared to last time. Last time we only played 1 copy of it and it wasn't very impactful because it was kind of hard to get it out because it was a 4-mana card without an Ancient Tomb in the deck. And I Still Explore is also another great way to potentially get to your strip mines as fast as possible because every time a land comes down on the battlefield, you mill a card. You play a fetch land, you mill a card, you fetch with a fetch land, and you mill a card, and then eventually you do get to your strip mine, and that's where the fun begins because you can start blowing up a bunch of lands per turn, since this card does allow you to play additional land on each of your turn. So there's going to be a lot more lands coming into play, which also synergizes with another card that we're playing, which is this card here called the Scythecat Cub. That says landfall, whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on the target creature you control. And if this is the second time this triggered, double the number of +1/+1 counters on that creature instead. So now this is abusing things like fetch lands, Weasel's Own Guards, and I Still Explore. And the best part about this card is that it has a trample, so even if it gets big, you can't really chump block this. But you can also give it to a flyer. You can give it to your Archon of Emeria, which is why we're even trying out this card. But more importantly, it is a green mana card, which we do need abundant of, since the I Still Explore is a double pip card. Being a green mana card in the deck has its benefits because you can Chrome Mox to generate a green source. So we'll see how this one does. Will it perform better than yesterday's deck? We'll find out. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright, let's give this a shot. Ooh. We have a pretty good hand going into potentially either... I think Anointed Peacekeeper might be a tiny bit better because this is in a strip mine to get back with the Weasel's Own Guard. We'll see. Blood-Stained Mire. It's a grief. They exiled Sorin. Oh, it would be so nice if we can top deck a Source. It would be so nice, actually. Okay, opponent did a lot of stuff. Maybe Swords isn't even going to be good enough, honestly. Since they also got the Necropons down. Strip mine. Sure. The thing is, you know, Alenda's about to come out next turn, which isn't good. I think you always have to surveil before they discard, right? Because I think the discard is part of the cleanup phase, so... Oh, maybe... No. But this is gonna trigger and then you could react to it. Actually, I made a mistake then. Oh. Archon is certainly really good here. but I don't know. I think I made a mistake with the Surveil. Like, I shouldn't have shown them that a Strip Mine is going to be online next turn. I sequenced it wrong. I should have waited for the Necropones. There's no way you don't have an Elenda. What? The most unlucky Necropones player ever? Apparently? I mean, I'll take it. If they don't have anything, then sure. Good for me. Okay, so what'll it be? I mean, okay. That's the thing about this deck, right? It just loses to itself sometimes. I think it's pretty funny. Oh no, we should have Containment Priest in the sideboard. Okay, after this game, I'm going to add 4 cups of Containment Priest. I completely forgot. I completely forgot. Yikes. Forgot about that. I guess Rumble. Okay. I don't think this hand is too bad. Vault of the Whisper. So this means that they also play that 4-mana tutor spell, by the way. Okay, sure. Right. Beseech the Mirror. Alright, that's actually a pretty good draw. Undercity Sewer. They still do not see an Elenda. Top decking Archon doesn't do anything because I don't have a white mana right now, so it's a bit unfortunate that I can't play the Archon here if I do top deck it. No freaking way I top decked it. No freaking way I top decked it. I can't believe it. No land? No way. Ah, that's so unfortunate. That's really unfortunate that we didn't get a land there. So we're gonna call Soren because show and tell, we can still put down a card, right? So that's crazy. That's crazy that we didn't get a land there with that thing. Oh, they're gonna grief too. Because I wanted to put down an Archon here. Like if they show and tell, that is, right? We just played Malevolent Rumble and top 4 of our cards weren't a land. Last turn we also didn't draw a land, so there's a very good chance that we might draw a land here. So hopefully that's the case. Yeah, imagine if we just... If opponent didn't have a grief, right? That would have been sick. Yeah, the basic forest lost me the game. But I think more importantly, opponent having that double second grief there actually saved them. Because I was expecting a show and tell, right? And if they show and telled, an Archon would have came out, and if we top deck a white land, we might actually have had a better chance, right? Hmm. This hand isn't very good, I will say. Shock that in. So we can go Archon here. Play Archon. Really good, by the way. Attack of the Archons. And play Thalia. That's really good. So what should I name with the Disruptor Flute? Or should I just go another Archon here? I could Disruptor Flute on the Polluted Delta. We'll see. Worries on guard. There's nothing in there. But this is more damage, so I'm just gonna play this out. No, I forgot! I forgot the trigger! 3, 4, 7. Wait, would that have changed the clock? 3, 5, 7, 8. No, it wouldn't have. Oh my god. The punt. Oh, and then we have a strip mine too. I think we won. Okay, I'm forgetting everything. I'm forgetting everything. Everything's just going wrong. Everything's just going wrong. Oh my god. Just erased everything that you've seen here from the memory. This game didn't exist. Alright, so we're gonna add 3 copies of Containment Priest here. For a copy of a Toxic Deluge, Force of Vigor, and a copy of Disruptor Flute maybe. Okay, this hand is actually sick. Because we can put one of the Once Upon a Times. Okay, play Once Upon a Time. So we already have a Worry Zone Guard. By the way, where is our land? This is the second time we're just not seeing any land here. That's... okay. Good job, opponent. And it sucks because we just somehow missed a land too. How do we miss a land? How do we miss a land? We're playing 23 lands plus 4 copies of Chrome Mox and 2 copies of Once Upon a Time. There is no reason for us to miss out on a land. It really should not be happening. But again, I've been kind of talking about this in Discord. The Once Upon a Time, it just feels so clunky sometimes. Like, if this was just a land in a deck like this, I feel like it actually might be better. You know? I think I am just going to try to go for Anointed Peacekeeper here. To see what they are working with. Right? So in response to opponent fetching, I might just go for Strip Mine here. Because they're gonna lose an island. For potentially what is that card called? The thing that gets Mystical Archive? Mana Sanctuary? I forgot. This is a bad news though. Well, for now. Should just probably get rid of it. Just constantly. Or maybe I could have waited. Should I have waited in case like opponent taps out? Not sure. So I'll probably play this first. We're just gonna die. Strip mine and a plane. Let's see what they do. Velia. Okay, I hope they don't have another one. That's what I'm hoping for. Otherwise, we're gonna have some trouble. Oh, they have another one. So we found ourselves with another strip mine. Archon can block for a turn. That's a thing. So what should I do here? This is tough. Let's say I attack here. This is a pretty tough turn, actually. Ice Tail Explorer isn't really gonna do anything here. Guess I just kind of have to block. So if I attack with the Wary Zone Guard, I do get a Strip Mine, but on the flip side, opponent can attack with both Velia and Quantum Riddler. They can blink the Archon, deal 4 damage, lose the Velia, but if they blink the Wary Zone Guard, then I have to chump block the Riddler, and then they still get to keep a Velia, so I can't attack with this Wary Zone Guard. So I just have to top deck Swords of Plowshare. Let's see it. Off the top, Swords of Plowshare. They should have attacked first. Before playing that Hallowed Fountain. So now, this way, this turn... Let's say I attack with both the Wary Zone Guards. Then I still have 2 blockers. Get rid of this. I should have actually gotten rid of an island first. That's my bad. So this way, at the very least, you know, I still have a potential of winning. You know? Did we win? Did we win? We'll find out. That's a good start. Chrome Mox. Belia? That's not a good sign. Ooh, we lost. GG's. This was a pretty good game. We almost won. Let's have a Thalia instead of a Cub. I think that's it. And maybe a Hearse. That was such a close game, though. All right. Once upon a time. Got ourselves a strip mine. Swords to Plowshare. Immediately. Milled a lot of lands there. Strip mine the strip mine. That's funny. So I think I am going to go for the Anointed Peacekeeper. It looks like they have another Swords of Plowshare. So I am going to call the Swords of Plowshare here. Or, is calling Mana Drain better? They had a Strip Mine? Maybe they had Stifle. Yeah, maybe they had Stifle. So we play the Wary Zone Guard, get back a Strip Mine. Now they could Stifle this. They did not Stifle, I think that's a mistake. Oh, wow. Okay, at least they're gonna lose Ophelia, though. So this isn't as bad as it looks like, you know? Wary Zone Guard. So Chrome Mox. Probably get rid of a Mana Drain. No? Oh, they really want to leave up a Mana Drain. Well, sucks for them. Yep, sucks for them. So they're actually still gonna have like 4 mana next turn? Oh no, no, I think there's actually I might just attack next turn with these 2 Wary Zongars. And then probably play a Witch Enchanter on that Chrome Mox. We need to find our source quick though. The opponent Chrome Moxes. That mana drain. And play Strip Mine. Wouldn't you want to brainstorm first before you play the Strip Mine? Oh, to trigger the Quantum Riddler, I see. That's smart. Okay, we drew another Strip Mine. The Witch Enchanter on one of the Chrome Moxes here. The question is, should I attack? So they take 7 damage. I think I attack. Oh, they play Solitude. Oh. Oh no. That's really bad. I mean, of course they play Solitude. They play Felia plus wow. That's really bad. I might have thrown the game. Yeah, of course they play Solitude. What am I doing, man? That's a good card. That's a clock. Man, this single Riddler is like walling me pretty hard. No, my only... No, my only black source is in the graveyard. No way. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay, this would be like the best turns to like draw into like Ice Still Explorer or things like that, but we're just not seeing it. We haven't drawn a Ice Still Explorer yet. The opponent messed up. Archon. The last card is Chrome Mox. We're like Ice Still Explorer or Worry Zone Guard from winning the game. Alright, there it is. opponent's dead because they did that. I think they might have just died anyways. Alright, GG's. What a scary game, right? What a scary game. Maybe I should play Containment Priest. Yeah, maybe I should play some Containment Priest. But I actually... No. Containment Priest actually makes their spells better because if I Containment Priest... If they're not exactly like doing Felia into a Riddler, they can just exile my cards. So that's not even that great. I think we just go... Alright. Thalia's pretty good. They could have a Stifle, but I guess... I guess I have to do it on my turn. Okay, so I probably want to strip mine that Hallowed Fountain. So we don't have to worry about potential like mana drain coming out next turn. The problem is the problem I have is okay, that's good. So I'm going to crack this now, and I'll play Thalia here. Actually, do I want to play Thalia when I can just Malevolent Rumble, try to look for another land? I think this is better, actually. Yeah, I just look for another land here. Look for probably a Temple Garden because they are also playing like strip mines and stuff like that. I'm not even sure if they want to strip mine though, because they don't even have a land, you know? Okay, I think we won. I don't think they can recover from this. Yeah, I don't think they can recover from this actually. They might have to, okay, so they have a Solitude. Not bad. But still, again, like, they're in a pretty rough spot. They would have to have another Solitude, you know? Strip mine. And I guess we'll strip mine the strip mine. I guess we can just do it next turn. So a Chrome Mox comes out. Source of Plowshare. I don't think I mind doing this. Because they're still losing a land, right? I think I'm gonna rush out a Peacekeeper here. Or maybe it's a Deathray Shaman plus Dahlia. Yeah, thinking about it, it might be just Deathray Shaman and Dahlia. Attack. And we're gonna go ahead and get rid of opponent's remaining land here. Perfect. What a sick game that was. Okay, Strip Mine, Ice Tail Explorer. Can we get to Ice Tail Explorer though? That is a question. So we have to get like Ancient Tomb maybe with this card. But at the same time, we need double green for this card, so we might actually have to Chrome Mox into Once Upon a Time. I'm not really sure. I think you just play Once Upon a Time though. Okay, we're against Eldrazi's. If we can get to this, we should be able to win this game pretty easily. Question is, you know, getting to it, you know? I think I'm just gonna be strip mining here. So they have a Cossacks command. Okay, let's see if I can find... Okay, we didn't find it, but this is a good one. Opponent, stop! Stop playing lands! Okay, that's good. Ooh, that's really good, actually. So we can go... Chrome Mox. Chrome Mox. Very Zone Guard. Grab back a Strip Mine. Destroy that. Nice. Okay, so... I think we want some Dahlia this matchup. I think if they Chalice, it's fine. I don't think we care about the Chalice too much. And then we go down on Malibu Rumble here. Since we're bringing Dahlia. Maybe because we're going second, maybe Once Upon a Time. Let's go with this. No, where is our land destruction? We also have a tap land. Ah, I don't like it, but... Oh, Chalice, so... Sure. Eldrazi, Eldrazi. I think an Archon here is actually really good. Because their lands are gonna come in tapped. And we play Archon. So they still can't play Kha'Zix Command because of the Archon. And I think you have to play Anointed Peacekeeper here. Yeah, we're gonna go Anointed Peacekeeper. Probably call Kha'Zix Command or something like that. The One Ring. I guess I'm... They have One Ring and Kha'Zix Command. I guess I'm calling One Ring then. Yeah, both are really annoying. Maybe I should have given them the One Ring. I don't know. I'm actually surprised they did that. If they play Kha'Zix Command, they could have actually... They're dead? But I guess they just wanted to surrender and then just take a look at my deck. Alright, so we played 6 games today, and we went 4-1. One game, my computer crashed, so we're just going to discount that. And this deck feels much better compared to the one that I played yesterday. And honestly, I still explore really, really sick in this deck because we have 4 Cups of Ancient Tomb. Last time it was just so difficult to cast this thing, but apparently all you had to do was add an Ancient Tomb, and all of a sudden, casting a 4-mana card was a lot easier than you'd think. And by the way, this is not a mythic card. If you're, looking to craft this is actually a rare, but I am using a card style, which, paints it as a mythic wild card. I actually really like the R3 on the cards here. Archon, just really good tax card. Anointed Peacekeeper is also a really good tax card. And the Weary Zone Guard, obviously, if you have a Strip Mine or Fetch Land in the graveyard, just becomes really good. One thing that I want to potentially add, so the only loss I had was to a mirror match, but they were on Golgari, but they were actually doing some pretty cool stuff with Reanimate. But tech that I want to talk about was actually the Nurturing Peatland. So opponent had a Nurturing Peatland to get back with the Ice Steel Explorer or the Weary Zone Guard to draw a card. I think that was pretty sick because you can keep sacrificing this card to do it, right? But obviously, you do have to cut a card for this. We are running a 22 land deck already with 2 copies of Once Upon a Time and 4 copies of Chrome Moxes. We're already working with 26 lands potentially with 2 copies of Once Upon a Time, which is a lot. Actually, no. It was 23. Yeah, so 23 because of Witch Enchanter. So 23 with the Chrome Moxes, so that's 27. And then we're working with 2 more Once Upon a Time, which is a lot of lands, right? So, and I think the problem with this car is we don't really have a room. And potentially you might want to go down on maybe a wooded foothill, but if you do that, you make the Worry Zone Guards and Ice Still Explorer worse in some scenarios. So I think this Peatland, just because you can't tutor for this card, I think it might be just a luxury. So even though it's pretty cool, but I think I'd rather have what I have right now. And I kind of like the Malevolent Rumble in this deck because we play a lot of permanents. And this is a way to potentially get to your Ancient Tomb. And that's a way to get to your Strip Mine. And we're playing this card over the Sowing Mycospawn because I found that the 4 mana is really difficult to get to, so we're using the Malevolent Rumble to actually kind of leverage into our 4 drops, and I definitely felt that getting to our Ice Still Explorer was a lot easier with the Rumble here. And obviously, playing white means that we have very, very good hate pieces and removal spells. So we have Swords of Plowshare, which is really nice. But we also have 3 copies of Containment Priest, which is really, really good. Funny enough, there's a lot of decks that are trying to like cheat out the Saint Elenda and onto the battlefield, or with things like Show and Tell and Sorin. So the Containment Priest is just going to be really, really good. Same with the Dahlia. Funny enough, I actually didn't have the Containment Priest in the first match, but as soon as I added this, in 6 matches, I haven't really seen any of those decks pop up, which is kind of funny. The 2 Toxic Deluges is going to be used with the Overgrown Tomb. The only reason I'm playing Toxic Deluge is because I think it's much better to have a Toxic Deluge compared to something like Wrath of the Skies or any of the white board wipes, because those board wipes tend to also get rid of like things like Chrome Moxes and things like that, right? So I'm opting for the Toxic Deluge because the match you want to bring this against is going to be like mono white, trying to go wide with the tokens. In that matchup, that deck doesn't play a Strip Mine, so that's why a single copy of Overgrown Tomb is enough for the Toxic Deluge. And the benefit of this is that we have 4 Toughness Creature, 3 Toughness Creature, 3 Toughness Creature, 3 Toughness Creature, and this also grows. So if you can do like -2, that'll get rid of literally everything they have. And then we have a Force of Vigor against the Blood Moon, and that's really about it. You could play some Fragment Realities in the sideboard, but I feel like usually the Fragment Reality used for like flexibility plus being able to get rid of like hate pieces, but I feel like the hate pieces we just don't care about. Like, what are they gonna hate? Our graveyard? Like, sure, like you can get rid of like strip mines and stuff like that, but I think you can just kind of kill your opponent fast enough, because this is kind of a stompy at the same time, right? Since we're rushing out like 3 mana cards, and this also kind of grows. So it's like a Death and Taxes, Stompy, but also have a lottable land destruction as well. So yeah, I actually really like this deck way more than the last one that I played. And I think that's because I feel a little bit more like, how should I say it? Like, I feel more confident because of what cyber cards that I'm bringing. They're just usually like very strong hate pieces. And even if a big creature drops, like I know I have 4 swords in the deck, so like I don't feel so bad because I could potentially top deck into an answer in the later turns. But whereas like if I'm playing black, like you're just dead. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.